Hello, you all. Welcome and welcome back. My name is Jay. I am so glad you are here with me in my home for some cleaning motivation. This week's video started out as just some easy nightly cleaning, and then I cleaned a little bit on the weekend, and then it morphed into a 1 hour speed clean Monday morning because I did not finish cleaning over the weekend and I had some people coming over. So it's going to be a quick one. I hope that you just enjoy and feel inspired to get some cleaning done with me. This video is a chattier type of cleaning video, just to let you guys know, and I do talk more toward the end as I kind of get warmed up, but I do chat throughout my cleaning videos. Are you the type of person that likes a chatty cleaning video, or do you also watch videos where there's just music? I think that would be something interesting to maybe add, and I know I can't please everybody, but please let me know what types of cleaning videos you watch and how you like the audio to be for them. Here on the living room table, what I keep my candles in is a hurricane, and it helps to trap the heat and it catches some of the soot. So I'm just giving that a good wipe down because this thing does get surprisingly dirty, and especially with it being summertime, I have my ceiling fans on a lot, and that fan just tends to disturb the flame of candles, which can make them soot more. So I recommend grabbing some candle hurricanes if you're a candle person like me, but now I'm just going to go ahead and vacuum and this room will be done. I didn't do a ton, and I really did not feel like cleaning this night, but I just said, it's okay, you don't want to clean, just do the minimum. Just get the couch clean. Just get all that stuff put upstairs. And then once that was done, I was like, okay, the table looks dusty. Clean the table. And then after that, I was like, well, you have to vacuum. That's the last minimum task you can do in the living room. So what turned into just me tidying a little tiny bit turned into getting a little bit more done. So I'm pretty happy with the progress in this room because, like I said, I just really was not motivated to clean at all. Dirt be damned. I just really didn't want to deal with it on this night. Now it's a new day, and I had purchased some curtains from Amazon. I finally found two sets, or one set, but I purchased two of the packs, and I thought they would be good for this room because they looked very similar to what I have up. I like the style of curtain that's already hanging. I just hate that I shrunk them in the washing machine, so they look bad. But these are the curtains, this is the brand, and this is how they look up close. They have a little bit more tan to them than I was expecting. I was expecting them to be more of a flat linen cream color like the curtains that I already had up. So I first put them up on this window, and they were 96 inches, but because this window is so tall, that was too short. So I decided to try them on my sliding glass door, the patio door side, and I didn't like them. So You'll see, I'll show a close-up of how these look versus the curtains I already have, but I did end up sending these back to Amazon. And something else I did but I didn't film was when I hung these curtain rods originally, when I got the house, there was no window coverings in this room, which kind of crazy. And I lived here for weeks without window coverings, and you see how big the windows are. So at night when I had a light on, like looking at my phone or my iPad, people could definitely see me, and I would just be in there getting dressed and undressed. It was a whole thing. I don't know, but I need window coverings, and I hung the curtains lower, and I decided to go up closer to the ceiling, but I never filled the holes that I had left behind. So I did go back once these clips were all filmed, and I filled all of the unsightly holes up in the wall. Okay, these are the new curtains. They're 96 inches long. I wish they were a smidge longer, but that's actually the perfect length. But here is what they look like. So the color was white on ivory. I didn't want ivory curtains. I wanted something a little more white, but I feel like these are very brown. I don't think I like them. They were a good price. The quality feels fine, but I don't think I like them. I think it's too much brown. This room is already very dated. I know it's hard to see with the lighting. Let me see if it's better this way. But they're just too brown. I think they're way too brown. So they're pretty, but let me compare them to the old curtains I had up. So this is the Lenda style from IKEA, and that's not gonna work. Maybe right here. Okay. So there's the old and there's the new. So they look like they're almost the same color. It's just the brown, the speckles in the new curtain. And then I did talk a little more, but I cut the clip. But that was the short and long of it. I don't like the new curtains, so they did get taken down and replaced. And then it was time to move on to the rest of the house, because that was all I did on the weekend was fuss with the curtains. And this is Monday morning. It is just after 7 o'clock, and I got my driveway repaved. And so the workers were coming at 8 o'clock, and I was like, this is unacceptable. What when I open the door to talk and to pay, what if they see my background? What if they need to use a bathroom? So I had to get the downstairs cleaned up. As you can see, I started at 7:13, and I gave myself 1 hour because they ended up turning up just before 8 o'clock. They knocked on the door after 8, which I thought was so thoughtful. It was a fantastic company, but here's a little power hour for you because I couldn't let anybody see my house like this.
어젯밤에 어디 있어서 내 생각하곤 있어 너 어린아이 같아 넌 아직까지 마음이 넌 나빠 I'm feeling lonely Something about you make me feel insecure baby Something about you girl Stay here right by my side
I hope you guys have all been doing well. If you have anything fun to share with me or anybody that's watching this, feel free to leave it down in the comments. I don't have any fun updates, unfortunately. I've gotten even more boring, if that's possible. I've not had anything on the list the past 2 or 3 weekends. Like, nothing. I haven't even been going to the pool. I just haven't thought of anything to do. It's like my mind is blank, you know. I just slog through work every day, and then it's the weekend. I'm like, wow, I'm so happy to have this day off. What do I do? And I don't know. I haven't been doing anything. I know it's almost back to school time, which I feel like summer is getting shorter and shorter. I thought the kids didn't go back to school until after Labor Day, but some kids are already in school. I mean, that's good if you work and maybe you're having childcare issues, or you just like didn't want to be home with your kids all summer. That is a respectable opinion to have as well. But I definitely feel like summer is getting shorter and shorter for the kids based on when I was a kid. But you know, when you're a kid, like, who knows what time is.
Baby, love and rewind. Oh, come on and tell me now. Love and rewind, babe. Loving you right, baby. Love and rewind. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on my mind, babe. 'Cause I love and rewind. Oh, loving you right, baby. Love and rewind. Oh, come on and tell me now.
Of course, by the door, I have a junk pile, an Amazon return, a Home Goods return, some reusable bags that somehow always end up in my house instead of in the car where I can use them when I'm out and about. But I'm going to take a quick coffee break. I'm typically a 3 cups a day kind of girl. If I let myself go, I would be a 4 to 5 cups a day girl because I love coffee. I love tea. I just like hot drinks. In the wintertime, I love a hot mug of apple cider. I just love to sip on something warm throughout the day, but 5 cups of caffeine is crazy. I used to drink, like, I'm not exaggerating, about 6 cups of tea a day. Constantly at my desk, just drinking tea, bagged tea, loose leaf tea, all the teas. And I really had to cut back. It was not good for my health. So I cut back and I try to keep it at 3. When I'm really in like great shape and I'm working out and I'm hydrated, I can do 2 a day. But yeah, had to stop for coffee because I hadn't had any yet this morning. And then I wanted to get this bathroom clean just in case somebody asked to use it. I would say the vast majority of the time, nobody asks to use my bathroom. Even workers that have come into my house to do projects usually do not ask, and they don't use it because I'm in the area. You know, I can hear where they are and what they're doing. They most of the time don't use it, but I always like to have the option available. And when people are in my home, especially, you know, the workers tend to be male, I leave the front door open. And I have had females in here too, and I do the same thing. I leave the front door open just so we're all on the same page. And I do live in a suburban neighborhood, and a lot of my neighbors are home throughout the day. They're like retired military, just retirees, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, things like that. So they are nosy in that they pick up on what's familiar versus unfamiliar. So I feel pretty comfortable. I feel very comfortable in my neighborhood, but I feel pretty comfortable when workers come to my house. I've only had 1 to 2 situations where I was like, shit, this person's a little squirrely, you know, and only one where I felt super uncomfortable and I had to moderate kind of what I said because I felt like he would argue with me and I didn't want to argue about politics. That's not why you're here. Just fix the dishwasher. But anyway, I wanted to clean the bathroom just in case somebody needed to use it because I feel like that's the right thing to offer. So what I have been thinking about recently is downsizing. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with an enclosed garage, multiple attics. So it's definitely not a large house, right? Certainly, I'm not going to come on here and say I have like this huge house. And if you're on this channel, you probably watch other cleaning YouTubers and they have these big, beautiful white houses. I know my house is not that big, but it is a lot of space for one person. So I have been looking to downsize. If I do downsize, I would love to be a little bit closer to the city, kind of closer to the middle of the DMV. I'm in Maryland, so I'm kind of out on a spike, but I would love to be kind of closer to Virginia and DC, just so that I could go more places, do more shopping, go to more events, etc. But I'm just looking at townhomes because that would be smaller than what I am in now, a single family home. And if I want to move closer in a nice neighborhood, not like certainly not as nice as what I'm in now, you're just not going to get that anywhere in my price range, but a slightly less nice but still nice neighborhood for a townhome, we're talking $550,000, $600,000, and that's very few. I just don't have it. I don't have The bank would be foolish to give me a loan for that much. That's a big payment. With the interest we're at now, there's no way. I just cannot afford that. I don't have another $60,000 to put down 10%, 20%. I just don't have it. And I'm not saying I'm too good for like a condo or something, but once I'm in a single family home, it's like, why would I move away from this to something less desirable unless I had to, right? So that's just where I've been. I'm feeling a little trapped because I feel like I can't move and have all the benefits I have now in my home. And I want to make it clear, I'm very grateful for my home. I don't mean to sound bratty. I know this might sound bratty if you're not in a house. I'm sorry. I promise I'm not. I don't take this for granted, but that's what's kind of been on my mind is how can I downsize in the next 2 years? Out of the bathroom and it is 8:05, so about, was that 50 minutes? And the workers were, like I mentioned, they were outside, but they didn't knock on the door until this time. And then I went, I greeted them, said good morning, gave the okay for them to start. So now I can work on this kitchen. I'm using my favorite Quartz and Stone cleaner, the Wyman Quartz and Stone. It smells like sweet citrus. It is so delicious. And I got that bottle on clearance, and I've seen it in Lowe's, I think. $9.99. They must be crazy. Ain't no way. There's no way any countertop spray is worth $9.99. But if you have quartz or stone countertops, I do really like it. Right around the $5.99 price mark is my preferred price to pay. I'd done a little bit of a pre-clean the night before, so the kitchen wasn't terrible. And here I got this funny Halloween mug. I've been really trying to honor the out one, in one rule when it comes to mugs in the house. And it's so crazy. I broke one recently and I was like, ugh. I'm glad it's not one of my favorite mugs, and that gives me an excuse to buy another one. But I did pick up that Halloween mug, and as I mentioned, I did a little bit of a pre-clean the night before, so I washed most of the dishes. So I really just had the counters and the floors to do this morning. Because if you are new here, I am a very slow cleaner. I'm sure some of you are looking at this house and you're like, I could get that done in an hour and a half. It takes me forever and a day to get any cleaning done. So I try to take it in little small bites instead of just big chunks all the time. My mop bucket was looking a little bit grungy, so I just sprayed some Dawn Power Wash in there and just quickly wiped it out with a paper towel before I went in with my normal mop solution. I just used usually a Lysol concentrate, and I try to get the water as hot as I can from the sink. I don't boil water. That just feels a little bit unnecessary to me, but I'll typically use some sort of Lysol or Fabuloso in my mop bucket. And here soon it'll be time to start putting up fall decor. I am ready to take down what little bit of summer I did have up and just kind of be plain for a couple of weeks before we go into the fall. I find that just giving myself a break in between seasons, it makes me feel calm at first, and then I get a little restless, a little bored. So when it is time to decorate for that next season or event in my life, I'm more excited for it. So I do want to do more minimal decorations this year going forward. I don't know what it is. I just am not really feeling the excessive fall or Halloween decor. I haven't been buying as much as I normally do. I'm looking at what I have very critically. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff that years ago I hunted for. I really wanted this statue, and now I'm like, do I really need it? So I do plan to put up some really pretty, inspiring, nice decorations for the season, just not as much as I have in years past. Do you guys take fall decorating very seriously? Do you already have a plan? Do you plan out different color schemes, or how do you handle it? Or are you just more relaxed and gentle and you just kind of let your mind wander each year and do something a little bit differently? And what would a cleaning video be without some quick after shots? I am so pleased that I just went ahead and got the cleaning done. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope if you liked it, you'll give it a thumbs up, subscribe, watch some of my other videos, and I will see you back here soon.